So today is Friday, day 23 of 30. I want to talk about meditating on scripture, but before that, I'm going to talk about more of this gang stalking. Kind of a little bit about everything here. Gang stalking, people just getting on my nerves, energy, vampires, everything. So I know a lot about technology. I went to college for computers, and I know about Linux, and know how to hack, know how to use Wireshark and things like that, and Metasploit, and like all these programs. And then I do know about a little bit about phones and stuff like that, especially Linux phones, and that's what I currently have. And I can put the firmware right on the phone, and I can also do that with routers too. I can erase the firmware and put new firmware on there, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about everything I can do or everything I can't, but I will say this is I got some apps on my phone that tell me if somebody is trying to listen in, and that gives me a warning. And another thing is, when you're going from 1 to 2 bars all the way up to 4 and 5, just almost in an instant, snap of fingers, you already know the government's listening. And so a lot of times I like to just, maybe they're watching me right now. I don't care, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm making a video about them, their evil plots, how evil they are. I'm making a video about my purpose and living for God, and talking about God and things like that, making a video about scripture. So if they want to listen, you're more than welcome to listen. But then I'm going to talk about energy vampires. Seems like, when I go to town, I go to a parking lot. They'll pull up beside me, get on their phone right away, and act like, nothing's happening. But I know, like, if I take a nap or if I stay overnight in a parking lot, then I wake up, I have no energy. So, energy vampires, you guys know what those are. And I'm not sure if I want to throw this other video up there or not, but talking about gang stalking, I had this cyber truck, this Tesla or whatever. He just pulled up right in front of me, and he left his blinker on in the parking lot, basically telling me, yep, I'm one of the flying monkeys. I'm one of the gang stalkers that work for the government or whatever, Let me know he was there. And I was like, so what? I'm not even scared. If you try anything, Mosai will get you, Then I had another incident. I kind of feel like being down here, I kind of overstayed my welcome, That's why I just feel like I have to stay out in this desert, but it's just boring out here, and I'm just ready to go home. And maybe I'm not supposed to go home, but I got confirmation from the Lord it was okay for me to go home, because he speaks through his creation, and I talked to these other people that are helping me, and on the internet and whatever, YouTube, and they said it was okay to go home. And one guy said, I think you're so worried about it, you're overthinking, you need to relax and just go home, visit your folks. And but then I watch all these other videos, and the videos are telling me, well, don't go home, because if you go home, then they're not going to treat you the same. And obviously, my mother, she's narcissistic, and they bought me a van. I didn't expect that, but they bought me a van, and because they asked, do you want us to look for you? And I was like, yeah, that would be awesome. Here they bought me a van, and then I'm sitting here talking about, yeah, my mom's narcissistic, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she loves me, and other times I don't feel that, And one time, you know, for a long time, she was worried about me, you know, and then when I straightened out, and then she didn't worry no more. But I don't know. I just don't know, and a lot of that stuff, you know, that'd be a different video for a different time and a different topic, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to this. Then I went to this gas station, and this guy came up to me, started hollering at me and cussing. He's like, "You've been through here before, and you're going way too fast on private property." And I don't think it was private property. I mean, it's a gas station, you know. I think he just wanted to say something to me because, well, it's what I talked about earlier in one of my other videos. It's like, these people know, you know, the devil knows that I struggle with getting in the flesh. And, you know, the Most High, he could be testing me. That could be part of it, you know. And the other part could be, I might be getting close to my purpose being revealed. And I say that because of all the experiences I had out here, you know, God speaking through his creation. I'm not going to get into details about it, but if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If not, and we'll see you on the next video Saturday. So hope you guys have a good day. See you later.